This is WhyBeAre with BeamNG.drive, and today I'm going to show you guys a fun way to really shred cars to pieces. First thing we need to do though is decide on a vehicle. We're going to use an Abisu Pessima 1.8 DX because this is a car where if it's destroyed, nobody would be sad because there's nothing really redeeming about it. Next, we need to figure out what parts can be removed from the vehicle, so we're going to open up the menu, we go to Fun Stuff, and then Break. Everything that can be removed from the vehicle has been removed, so we're going to take note of it. We have the rear bumper, the trunk, the doors, the front fender, the hood, the front bumper, and if we remove the hood out the way a little bit, we also have the headlights, the mirrors, and of course the wheels. Those are all the parts I see right now that can be removed from the vehicle, and we're going to remember that for the next thing we're going to do. Now, we need to make sure the vehicle is in a big wide open area. Check. And then we have some fun. So we get the node grabber and we make sure it's at 0% strength. Then we're going to select every body part that we found that could be pulled off of the vehicle, and we're going to put them out in the distance like so. So we got to do it for the doors on both the left and the right side of the vehicle. Now we go over to the rear of the vehicle so we could grab the trunk and we'll put it out in that direction, and then the rear bumper goes in that direction as well. Over on the front we got the hood, we got the front bumper of course, and we can't forget the headlights. Oops, front bumper didn't work. Try that again. There we go. And then for the headlights, they're small, but we can grab them. Put the headlight out over there, and then put the other headlight out over here. So you notice every part's kind of exploding outward from the vehicle is the way I'm setting this up, and we don't want to forget the mirrors, so I'll do those real quickly, but we still have the front fender that I got to do. And we're going to keep the same pattern going here where we just pull them out away from the vehicle. So we'll pull that one out to the right, and then we pull this one out to the left. Okay, I think that is every node that I wanted to grab. So next we're going to get some slow-mo going. This is about 8 times slow-mo. And then we're going to slowly increase the strength of the node grabber. We go to 5%. You see the car starting to jiggle a bit. Then 10%. There goes a mirror. One of the mirrors are gone. Car's still holding up though. Up to 15%. There goes the other mirror. The mirrors are not that strong compared to everything else. Headlights are still in though. Then we go up to 20. There go the headlights. They have been popped off. All the major body panels are still attached though. 25. Really pulling at it now. The doors are all popped open. And did I miss a door? I did miss a door. What a shame. Let's add that door real quickly. There we go. And then 30. All right, there goes the hood. All the doors are really opened up now, except that one is somehow closed actually. And then 35. Everything is flying off there. Just the doors remain. And 40. There goes a door. 45, there goes another door, and those doors are not going to get pulled off because the car has been pulled in that direction. So you can go ahead and remove all the things grabbing the nodes, all the pieces just fall to the ground, and the vehicle should be drivable, I would think, after that. Let's see. Yep, it drives fine. Although we are pushing a few parts along, after all that destruction, the vehicle drives beautifully. Look it. It's driving near perfectly straight. It just has a small pull to the left, but it is totally manageable. You can see it's just a slow one as we go along this straightaway. Now we still got these two doors attached though, and I want to remove them in the most dramatic way I can while still having a functional vehicle. So here's the plan. We're going to go into the area over here, and then we're going to go back onto the main airstrip like this, okay? We're going to slide into it, and then we slow-mo activate. Go to the menu and we're going to hit the hinges button, which will make the doors fall off, and the doors should fall off on their own, and we are now free of all the body panels except for the front bumper, which is just kind of being pushed along. All that we can do now with this vehicle is finish it off. I see a nice appealing wall right up there. So hello wall, goodbye car. One look at the damage, but really with all the body panels missing, it's not really interesting to look at. So let's do the same thing we just did. But we're going to change the vehicle and we're going to change the direction that the nodes grab. Now, you already know how to set up the node grabber itself. So I'm going to do that off camera and I'll be back once all of the nodes are in position. The nodes have been set up. This time I did it the exact opposite way of last time. So instead of everything exploding outwards, now everything is pushing inwards. This one I haven't tested before and I have genuinely no idea what's going to happen. So let's start increasing the node strength. We're going to once again be using about 8 times slow-mo here. First increase, no big change. Second increase. Oh, the car's just going to rotate. I should have foresaw that. I really should have foresaw that, shouldn't I? Okay, actually, check this out. We got a fix for that though, okay? I'm gonna grab the vehicle and I'm gonna try to rotate it around with the nodes at 0% strength. Can we do that? Maybe? No, I actually don't think this is gonna work. So we need a new plan. I'm gonna do the exact same setup, but I'm gonna make it a little bit better so that doesn't happen, and I'll be back once I'm done. Okay, we have pretty much the same setup as before with 4 additions on the underside of the vehicle. So I attached it directly to the frame of the vehicle, and those ones go way out in the distance, and the longer you stretch the node, the stronger it is. So the nodes that stretch way out there should hopefully keep the vehicle in line, while the other ones all want the vehicle to spin around. Now let's go ahead and get started with pulling this. We're going to get a little bit of slow-mo just like last time, and we go to 5%. No significant change. 10%. The vehicle is changing, and it's not rotating yet, so that's a good sign. 15%. Oh, it's going to flip over. That's what it's going to do, maybe. Oh, it still found a way to rotate. Sort of. It's half rotating. 20%. It's flipping over. That makes the most sense because the way the nodes are grabbing. I should have saw that one coming too. This is a learning experience. All right, keep pulling those parts off. 25, 30, 35, 40. Just pull them hard. Ooh. Ooh. The frame of the vehicle just got smushed though. So all those reinforcement parts, all it did was really just cave in the vehicle. And that in itself is something we gotta try. Like, making a vehicle cave into itself sounds really fun, don't it? I'm pretty sure there's no way this thing drives at all, but we'll make sure. And yeah, oh, was a little bit of power going to the front wheels actually. Let's try it out then. I don't think it'll be able to move though. I'm really just surprised they could put any power down. It's adorable. It is adorable. Come on, little guy, you can do it. Oh, look at him go. He's doing his best. That looks ridiculous. So it didn't work out how I planned, but it worked out even better than expected. Now, I still want to try that first idea though, but I feel like this vehicle's bad luck. So we're going to swap this vehicle out for a Bronco Legrand, and we're going to get the Sport V6 version because you got to have a little bit of extra power. And I'm going to set it up the same way as the last one, and in case you're curious what that looks like, you grab one of the doors like this, and then you pull it in the opposite direction like that, and you're done. And you do that for every part. Although you probably don't want to do it exactly like that because then you'd have to pull every part about that far to make sure all the forces are equal. Really, you'd want it about that far maybe. That far would be too close. Really, all you have to do is look at the number and make sure the number is consistent between all of them. So I'll be back once they're set up. Okay, setup is complete. Every body panel is being pulled towards the inside of the vehicle, except for the spoiler, which is going straight up. We also have 6 points on the underside of the vehicle that'll hopefully stabilize its position. And those points go way out in the distance. They are each about 5,000 newtons apiece. And then all of the closer ones, those are about 1,000 each. And when you look at it from above, it looks pretty cool. It's like a kind of like a neat little geometric looking design or something. So anyways, we are now ready to do some damage to this thing. We're going to get the slow-mo to 8 times. And then increase to 5%. No major changes. 10%. We see stuff happening now. I mean, we'll do 4 times speed, and that's a little bit more fun, I think. And then 15. Pieces are opening up. Everything is still attached pretty much, though. So now 20, 25, 30. All right, we got pieces flying off now. That's gone. And we still got the doors attached, though, so those can still fall off for sure. So let's get a good angle for watching the doors, and then we'll jump to 40. The doors are being pulled through the vehicle, and they actually got pulled through. And it looks like pretty much the only thing left holding the vehicle are all of the central mounting points, which worked perfectly. They made sure the vehicle stayed in position and actually got shredded instead of just kind of flying away. So I'll go ahead and say enough with that. And I'm almost certain this thing isn't going to be able to drive, is it? It can actually put down the power a little bit. That I really did not expect. Like, it's not moving, but it's trying hard. It's moving those wheels as much as it possibly can. It's just not enough. It deserves a reset. I'm not going to drive it, but it earned the reset. Now we're going to swap it though. We're going to go with a D series in its place, and we're going to go with the Beast because the more vehicle is to destroy, the better in this kind of situation. So we'll spawn this thing up, and let's see. Ooh, I got a fun idea. Can these things be pulled out? Yes, they can. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. I'm going to try just pulling these things and see what that does. So I'm going to put these out to about 2,000 newtons forward. And then we'll have to also stabilize the vehicle in position as well. So once these are done, I'll add that. About 2,000-ish. And then to make sure the vehicle doesn't go anywhere, I'm going to grab the trailer hitch, which is a nice sturdy spot. And I'll pull this all the way out to 4,000. And then the two forces should be equal on the vehicle. And hopefully it'll stay in its spot while we shred it. So on this one, I'm going to go kind of fast when we start shredding. I'm going to go up to like 10 and see if that does anything. Okay. 10 did a little bit. How about 15? Nothing yet. 20. There we go. Ooh, it is starting to pull on that side. Let's take a look at this side. All right, the cab is getting crushed a bit. 25. 30. 30 is just shredding the whole rear cab of the truck. My goodness. All right, let's see it do the same to the front. 35, 40, 45, 50. It's shredded. Stop the pulling. Stop the pulling. Stop the pulling. Drive it forward. Don't let it slide into the wall. All right, I was able to stop it pretty well. And let's see how well this drives. My goodness, does it look really long when you have it like this. Drivability is not that bad. It's pulling a little bit to the left, and obviously it's going to run out of fuel and overheat very, very soon because everything in the engine is basically broken except for the fact that it can put down power. That was great. Can you imagine driving this at 110 miles per hour? That is truly the most dangerous thing I can imagine in this game. All right, let's find something to wreck it into. Some nice walls over here. We'll even get a little bit of extra slow-mo once again. And then no structural integrity on this vehicle. Oh, wow. Actually, there is. The frame on that thing is strong because that was 100 miles per hour. I thought it would kind of crumple, and it just didn't. That's impressive. Now, I'm going to set up a regular rip like we did at the start of this video. So it's just we pull the parts out like this, but we're going to rip it differently. Instead of gradually increasing the force, I'm going to just go all out to like 100% instantly and see what happens to the vehicle in that situation. So I'll be back once again once it's set up. Setup is complete, and you'll notice I made a few things go straight up because I didn't want them to obliterate the vehicle because they're going to be going off of the vehicle at extremely high speeds. So I'm going to go to 100 times slow-mo here. And like I said, we're going to go 0 to 100 just like that, and it's going to happen fast, so don't blink. Wow. Oh, no. Something still caused some issues there. I'm going to give it one more shot, though. It might have been I accidentally grabbed the frame or something and it pulled the frame too hard, or maybe I just pulled the body panels too hard and we should do it at 80% next time. I'm not really sure, but I'm going to set it up again and I'll be back when I'm done. Okay, we are ready to go, and I simplified it a little bit from last time. I didn't do all the little extra bits like the lights and stuff just in case I pulled too many things at once. So let's see what happens. We're going to go 100 times slow-mo again and just do a little bit less strength than last time. We're going to go up to like 60 and just see what happens. And 60 worked good. Everything flew off of the vehicle, and the vehicle is perfectly intact for the parts that I didn't pull off. That's hilarious. Like, it barely even moved. It's in the exact same spot it started, and it probably drives fine. Yeah, all the damage to this is cosmetic. It is driving perfectly straight. There's no indications that it's going to overheat or anything. That is excellent. It just looks like a pile of junk, but it drives perfectly. I guess we got to fix that, though. Let's find something to crash this thing into. Don't want to hit that wall because it would be an awkward angle. Ooh, I bumped it. There's a good crash, though. Right into there. Ooh, it actually bent it. That's what I thought it was going to do on the last impact, and it just didn't. But this time, it made a nice curve in the body of the vehicle. Anyways, let's reset this. Now that we shredded vehicles in a bunch of different ways, I think my favorite was just the first one. So let's finish on my favorite shred once more on a different vehicle. This is going to be the track version of the Orochi Sunburst, and I'll be back once again once everything is set up and ready to go. Setup complete, and on this one I made one big change. I'm pulling the wheels this time. So far I never pulled the wheels because I always wanted to drive afterwards. This time I want to see the car be completely undrivable. So 8 times slow-mo, and then we slowly increase the power. 5%, 10%, 15%. There goes the front bumper. First one to fail is the front bumper. Rear bumper's doing all right. Rear of the whole vehicle's doing all right. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and this thing has just been let go. There's only one thing holding on to it now, and we can go ahead and just cancel that one off. And that is all that's left of the vehicle. Basically, still intact for the engine. It just can't put down the power because there's no wheels. Let's bring this thing back up so we can take a look at it. It did get dented when it slammed into the wall, and I'm pulling it really violently But the frame of the vehicle is mostly undamaged from the initial pulling that I did. Like, that looks like somebody carefully removed all the doors and stuff except for the cracked windshield. That's great. And I think I might have been able to also remove this now that I think about it. Could I have? Oh, I guess not. I guess that's pretty firmly attached. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. Till next time, this is WhyBeAre. And remember, if you like or dislike this video, I will know. Because you read the shreddings of the vehicle and it tells you whether or not somebody disliked it or not. So do the right thing, and I'll see you next time.